motherfucker with a stiff on. Ooh, fucking with a nigga like me won't do.
Hey everybody, it's Yod here, and we are back with another episode of Malo-Monaco. I believe we're on episode 6 or 7 now, but we are going to be finishing up the last bit of the suburbs on the left-hand side, and we're going to be downgrading the density from the skyscrapers to the suburbs. And before you guys start, yeah, I know, I'm gonna get back into the habit of recording and editing everything ahead of time. This week, it's just been really crazy for me, so I'm just trying to take it slow a little bit, but it's worth the wait because the next episodes are just chef kiss because the detailing, everything just looks so good. Anyways, let's get into the video. So the goal for this area was, just to densify it a little bit, to keep the gradual decrease in density, but also to make sure I do finish up the suburban area. I know I said in previous episodes that I wanted to have a clubhouse, but there was no real asset that really gave a nice clubhouse vibe, and plus I really didn't want the front of the neighborhood to be over there just because of how everything gets a lot compact. In my opinion, if you're entering the neighborhood from the main entrance, I feel like those houses are a lot larger, at least by city standards. But I mean, I did make the area look nicer, so it is quote unquote nicer than the other parts of the neighborhood. But getting back into the video a little bit, we do fix up the mall a little bit, add some parking spaces, and then we dezone the previous buildings that were there while also making space for the fire department and putting it on the intersection. And it's kind of funny because my OCD was not allowing that building to be off-centered at all. But moving on, I do find some buildings around the city that I can use for a nice middle ground, something that's not too high but something that's not too low. But we're trying to find a nice little spot to place it in because I didn't want the buildings to be too high in the wrong places, and I didn't want buildings to be too low in the wrong places either. But you do have to find that balance. But moving on into the townhouses, I do like to have a good townhouse district. Like, it's probably one of my favorite asset classes in City Skylines too, where you get to just densified areas look good. And honestly, it just reminds me of New York with some of these buildings. But then again, they are I think it's the northeastern region pack. I've been saying these packs so long, I should know them by heart. I mean, realistically, would it be a yield built without any townhomes? I think I've been so spoiled with using them, I cannot help myself. And they're just such a good asset. Like, you get like multiple families living there, so it just helps your population. Already low impact to the environment. In theory, it's supposed to be. It's just that perfect building type. But now we're moving on to this corner here. It's kind of funny because these lot sizes, like when I get these 3x6s or 4x6s, there's some assets that are just specifically like 2x3s. Like, they're very smaller assets, or at least the good ones are. And I don't be knowing what to do with all of that space. And then plus I want one big building instead of having multiple little different buildings. It drives me insane. But I managed. But I can't even be mad because I do get to find some really cool assets that I haven't even seen before sometimes. And it just helps bring more variety to the city instead of me having the same old 5 different buildings. But that's enough density talk for now. We are going to start our sprawl, and I did want to have some nicer homes on that right hand side since it's so close to the city. I'm sure like back in the day it had, it wasn't, since the city wasn't so big, that was probably like the farthest out that people lived back in the day, like back in the, I guess, I don't have I need to really get the storyline for the city situated. But back then when things were different and cheaper, a lot cheaper, fucking dollars for houses, that's actually insane. Like, I cannot fathom people paying like 3 pieces of gold and a fucking mule for some land. I'm sorry, that's so foreign to me. I'm getting sidetracked, but those houses were definitely a lot farther away than what they probably were perceived now. But like, I can't imagine like living like 30-40 years ago. I know I'm sidetracked, but y'all came here for the speed build. I might as well yap to you guys too. 30 years ago, bump that up a little bit, like back in like the 1920s. Oh my god, I feel old. I feel old and young. But like can you imagine like the first few planes being produced? Like, that sounds so crazy. Like, technology has advanced so much in the past 80 years, and I feel like it's kind of stagnant now. Like, the advancements that we made previously compared to now, they don't hit the same in my opinion. Getting back into the building a little bit, I am so mad. I did not mean to delete that building, because when I tell you my feelings were hurt when that building got deleted, it got hurt because I have to go back and place it. But I got what I wanted, and I got the building for the new area. I mean, that building is the best example of mid-rise density. Like, it's just a perfect mid-sized building. But now we're going to add some convenience stores, because I do think some convenience stores are necessary in that area, and especially the one building that's right off the major highway getting into the city. I'm sure their traffic volume is just through the roof. Now we're adding the school, and I do think this area deserves its own private school, just because most likely it's a lot of rich bastards taking their rich bastard kids. They need, they need to have their own school, and it looks like it would be a nice private school, sending their kids off to the best school money can buy. Because in Malo-Monaco there is a crazy wealth divide, with Malo-Monaco being a New England city, and most New England cities are the wealthiest in the country. If I'm not mistaken, Connecticut is the wealthiest state in the country, so it's just only fair that Malo-Monaco gets that same type of treatment. But now we're working on the corner, I guess, lot. I mean, it's like 2 buildings, but we're working on this corner building, and I really love how it came out. Like, the building curved perfectly with the parking lot. Just chef kiss. Like, that was a chef kiss moment. But we do go back to the other side and add more houses. I do have that one building that kind of just shows where the gentrification's going. It's not going in a good direction, but we do go and add more buildings and more houses. Even though it's a new construction area, I'm sure there's a lot more. Ooh, I done fucked up there. I forgot I even did that in this video. And I was so mad too when I did that, because I just messed up all those trees and I had to replace every single building because I did not know how to fix it. And I already liked what the game picked for me, because it comes with like a nice variety of trees and stuff. And then I just went ahead and just did that. It pissed me off because it just made more work for me. But we do add a little bit more different variety of homes, because I didn't use, like, once we got closer towards the city, I didn't just use my own just randomized houses that I just found off other areas of the city. But I do add these pocket parks on the corners of the roundabout. I actually really like that. Like, it kind of gives people a reason to go to that area. But let's fast travel into me doing the detailing. As we start doing our detailing, I do want to start off with the rocks. Honestly, ever since I started doing the rocks on the previous episode, it has become a staple in my design now. So I think I won't go back and add the rocks yet. I think I'll just save that for another episode. But I do want to have the rocks going into the city, because I think it needs it. Like, it has that, like, I don't know, the rocks just give it like a more visual appeal to it. But wherever the rocks go, the trees will follow. I start to do I love the oak trees. The oak trees just give it a nice full look, but I do also go back and add some other trees as well, just because I'm not going to only do oak trees. I think you guys should already know that by me, at least. We're going to have the oak trees, the linden trees, all the trees, and then I also go back and do my flowers. I love that flower path. That flower path has been a staple in my build design as well. And then I go back and add some more rocks just to give it some more flair. When you just like visualize an idea and it just comes to life, I think that's like my favorite part about this game. Like, you can just visualize it and you can just make sure it comes to life. Like, city builders are just such a relaxing thing for me. And it's kind of funny because I was not expecting the city to be functional at all. Like, the city was not supposed to have any proper function, game function at least, because I wasn't playing for game function. I mean, now I am, since I'm building it for you guys on YouTube. I mean, whenever we get Malo-Monaco to a good stopping point, I do want to start a new series, like from the very beginning, and plus it's going to be vanilla, just because City Skylines been updating a lot. I am tired of my mods crashing. The only thing that I don't like about mods, I cannot stand the crashing, and then mods break because of the updates. It's a headache and a half, and I don't want to deal with that all the time. But I can only do one thing at a time, because the ADHD will just fuck everything up if I did 2 series at once. I don't even want to attempt to try and do that. But as we wrap up our detailing, trying to make sure all the pieces are put in place, it just comes out so nice. But I'm always doing a run through, making sure everything looks good from all angles. One of my biggest pet peeves for this game is just not having everything done when I was doing it, and then I have to go back and do it consistently. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like, do all the fun YouTube tasks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a lot more engaging than my previous ones. I'm trying to add like more memes and stuff. Gotta support my Gen Z audience. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the last little bit of the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.